Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea and I am a Children's Services Assistant for Clearview Library District. Welcome back to this week's edition of Getting Crafty. Thanks so much for joining me again this week. We are in the first week of our summer adventure program, which is entitled Imagine Your Story. So this week is going to be a fun little fairy house, mushroom house, gnome house kind of craft. So what you're going to need for today is very simple ingredients, stuff that you should have at the house: a paper plate, various colors of different pieces of paper, construction paper. You can color it with markers or crayons if you want, some glue, and some scissors, and a pin if you want to draw on it. So let's get started. So we're going to take our paper plate and just think of a color that you want the mushroom top to be. So with our mushroom house, we can imagine it any way we want, right? So I'm going to do, I think, red. I'm going to take a red top, and you're going to want to cut it kind of like a mushroom. You can draw it, you can cut it out, however you want to do it. I'm going to do it about halfway down my paper plate, so, or maybe about 2/3. I'm just going to take this and cut it out kind of like the top of a mushroom. Use this for good measure. Go out about to the edges of it. Make it kind of round like the top of a mushroom. Maybe take it in a little bit. And then, there you go. So there's the top of my mushroom. Just gonna set it right there on top of the plate. Put some glue on there. You can use any kind of glue you've got. I'm just gonna round this guy a little bit more on this side. There we go. However you want it to look. Okay. Stick it on there. Flatten it out. Alright, so that kind of looks like a mushroom top, right? We can take it in here in a minute when we're done. So what else do we need for our house? We need windows, doors, right? So let's cut out, I think I'm going to have my fairies live with a purple door. So I just have some scraps here. Any kind of color will do. Just going to make a door. And on top of, or in the door, I'm going to make a little, I'm going to take my pen, draw a little doorknob. Okay, so there's my door. I'm going to go ahead and glue it on there. Okay, so I've got a door on my mushroom house. What else does it need? Maybe some windows. So let's cut out just some squares. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can draw them on if you want. Square there. Kind of gives it some eyes too. If you've got some stickers or anything that you want to put on there, you definitely use your imagination. Do that if you want. You could draw a little fairy in there, or a little gnome. This could be anybody's house. Put another little window on there. Cut out another little piece. Put some glue on it. Alright, so there we go. Got the top of the house, bottom of the house. We can cut this off a little bit. If you've ever seen a mushroom, they have flat bottoms, right? So we can cut that off. Got some green that I might put underneath there for make it look like it's set against some grass. right? So we'll put some glue on this. I just took this page out of a magazine, so whatever you have laying around the house that could work, stick it on there. Give it a little bit of color. And then I want to add a little bit, I want to put some spots on my mushrooms. So if you guys have ever been out in the woods kind of exploring, you can see all kinds of different mushrooms and stuff like that. So I'm just going to cut some round pieces out of my yellow. Big spots, little spots. Again, it is your house. You make it however you want to make it. And we'll just put some yellow dots on here for our spots on our house. Cut a few more out. And if you want to get really creative, you could do some fun stuff, like you could go outside and gather some rocks to put around it, some grass, some leaves, things like that. It is something that we find in nature, and I'm sure that the fairies would use whatever they could find, so you can put whatever you would like on your mushroom house. You can trim it down, make it bigger, however you want to work it. You can make a couple of houses. And if you like stuff like this, like the stuff that we're doing and getting crafty every week, you definitely need to go to our website, clearviewlibrary.org, and check out our databases, because we have this really fun one called Creative Bug. And on there, they teach you how to make all kinds of fun things. There's tutorials and things on there. So you can keep going with this as long as you want. Get creative, take some time, make it fun. All the wild colors that you can think of. I'm going to do one more for my mushroom house and cut out one more big circle. Again, they don't have to be perfect. It is your story. Imagine it however you want. Big spot right here. And there you go. So again, you can put some windows on there, make it more fun, but that's kind of our mushroom house. Beginnings. And thank you so much for joining me this week and getting crafty. I'm Chelsea, and we will see you again next week. Thanks so much, guys.